I look at mass communication as a research discipline, it's different than others like psychology, sociology, political science.
I really want to appreciate you for taking this next step in your careers.
It's so good to see you all, and it would be so nice to get to know you and find out your path to coming to form into the MPhil program.
I love Pakistan because Pakistan, I think you know that I had some previous ties in Pakistan. I was one of those precocious high school students that would read Dawn in the Pakistan Times every day back in the day. And the reality is that in that newspaper culture, which was very much a part of Pakistan, Pakistan produced some great journalists.
Let me tell you that our team here has done its best to give you the best. Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon. My name is Firasat Jabi. I am Assistant Professor and Department Chairperson Mass Communication. So I warmly welcome our first ever postgraduate students in Mass Communication. In the beginning, let me give you program details for this orientation. We are going to have this orientation in two halves. For the first half, first I'll give you some program details, and then we'll have Dean of Faculty Dr. Altaf Khan address our MPhil students. After him, we'll have Dr. Douglas Trimble, our Vice Rector, address our MPhil students. And soon after that, we'll have a small tea break. That will be our opportunity for mingling and networking. So after the tea break, our Rector, Dr. Jonathan Addleton, will join us. He is actually right now in a meeting, and he asked us that he will be able to join us by 4:45. So in the second half of the orientation session, Dr. Addleton will address MPhil students, and after that we'll have an informal session where our faculty, MPhil faculty especially, will help students register for courses, MPhil courses, especially elective courses. And that is why we have this table arrangement, so that you can interact with faculty. Faculty can go to each table, they can tell you the details of courses, they can show you course outlines. If you want to take a look, you can have discussions, you can ask questions. So this is the whole, these are program details. So let me begin with faculty introductions. In the Department of Mass Communication, we have 11 faculty members, 2 of whom are teaching as visiting faculty. So I'll begin from myself. As I just mentioned, my name is Firasat, and I am Assistant Professor and Chairperson Mass Communication, and my research interests include rhetoric and communication, cultural studies, and critical theory. So, so please, your name and your designation and your research interest. We have 25 students enrolled currently in our MPhil program, and our students came from different religious backgrounds and ethnic backgrounds. Our students also came from different academic backgrounds. First, we have students who came from English literature background, we have a student who came from chemical engineering background, and also from psychology. We also have a student who is currently serving as major in Pakistan Army. With that, we have some journalists as well who have joined our program. We have a couple of journalists who are working as senior producers in countries leading TV channels, and we have reporters as well. So when I was looking at the list of our MPhil students this morning, I was actually amazed, and I thought, what an amazing group, what diverse mixed group we have, and they are definitely going to enrich our learning experiences. With that, I will also like to talk about facilities that Forman Christian College offers. We have a fully equipped media center. Its name is Forman Media Center. As you proceed with your MPhil classes, your instructors will engage you in the production of multimodal projects. So, and you will see how helpful that facility is for that. And in our media center, we have a radio studio, a TV studio, an audio video lab which is fully equipped, and a conference room. I especially wanted to say thanks to our MPhil committee for all their efforts. And let me tell you that our team here has done its best to give you the best.
When I look at mass communication as a research discipline, it's different than others like psychology, sociology, political science and everything. Like it's not that far in history when journalism graduates were not allowed to work in newspapers. And I remember when I was a student, a PhD student, I mentioned that newspapers in Peshawar had published advertisements, job advertisement, specifically saying that candidates with degree in mass communication or journalism shouldn't apply. And I was told that this did happen in Germany also. So there was a conflict between the working media and academia. But that was not the only conflict we had. We had a conflict with the academia also. Like the professors of English or English department, especially at Ohio University, they used to say that, oh, these are some editing skills that we offer kind of in English. And that's all they have to offer. Like journalism professors have nothing to offer but that. Right now, communication studies has become one of the major disciplines, especially with the inclusion of film studies. Film studies has given it a very firm ground in humanities, as well as 1 foot in social sciences, because all of the political communication basically falls within social sciences. The groundbreaking studies of voting behavior in the 1960s, people like Abbott Rogers, who contributed enormously to the understanding of growth and progress and development, his theories on development, and all these have made it a discipline which is proudly now a strong research discipline in its own right. I'm serving in a position where I seldom really contribute to anything. I just oversee most of the time. Welcome again, and I look forward to a wonderful semester and the next years.
Now I would like to invite Dr. Douglas Trimble, Vice Rector, Forman Christian College, for his welcome remarks for our MPhil students.
Good evening and welcome. My area of discipline is psychology, specifically social psychology. Social psychology has some connections to the area of mass communication when it comes to areas of persuasion and attitude changes. And so I very much appreciate the area of mass communication and what it has to offer. I want to welcome you to Forman Christian College, and I really want to appreciate you for taking this next step in your careers, whether you are coming directly from an undergraduate program, whether you have worked in industry, whether you are switching fields and coming into this. On behalf of Forman Christian College, Chartered University, I'm excited that you have chosen to join this program, and I can't wait for you to have an excellent experience at the MPhil level. Welcome.
As the rector's wife, I get to do all the fun stuff. So I want to make sure that you all know to invite me to things that you do in the media center or the campus center, any fun things that you're involved in that involve tea. Make sure you ask me along. And I will just be the morale booster and will tell you how well you're all doing. It's so good to see you all, and it would be so nice to get to know you and find out your path to coming to Forman to the MPhil program. It's always interesting to find out who's working a full-time job, who's doing this full-time, who was a Formanite. Can you all show me if you did an undergrad degree at Forman? Anybody? No. Oh yes? 2. Very good. Oh, lots more. That's great to see all the Formanites here too, and welcome to everybody.
As was mentioned, my first degree was in journalism. It was so long ago, and we were just talking before about how the media landscape, it's frankly unrecognizable. I mean, I got into journalism because of a love of reading. Some of you guys may have got into journalism because of a love of videos and media and things like that. But for me, back in the day, it was very much, it was more of a reading culture. And, you know, the newspapers, I mean, even now, of course, I guess I get newspaper news, you know, via the internet. But, you know, back in the day, it was a real newspaper that I would look through. And again, that almost seems archaic. I loved Pakistan because Pakistan, you know, I think you know that I had some previous ties in Pakistan. I was one of those precocious high school students that would read Dawn in the Pakistan Times every day back in the day. And the reality is that in that newspaper culture, which was very much a part of Pakistan, Pakistan produced some great journalists. I mean, I love the writing from the subcontinent, if you want to use that phrase. But just, you know, again, even back in the day, I think probably in, if I recognizably mention 70, 71, and of course, you do the math here, that was the war with India, and I picked up that newspaper every day. Articles were first published, and you know, you see, it's great to see everybody here. As Fiona mentioned, there may be other occasions, other events that we'll be part of and drop in, but I think you're right that I have a special heart for media and mass communications because that was my first love and my first vocation as well. So thank you very much.
The department currently is offering 2 elective courses, so you have a choice here. So our MPhil faculty will help you here with your decision.